We are live in living color. Welcome to another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling, where we interview special guests each and every week from different walks of life in the reselling world. Here we'll discuss the highs and lows in reselling and dive into great conversation. We are positive that you're going to hear something that's going to help you become a better reseller. I'm your host, Ray, and I am not joined by my co-host, Dustin. I kind of told him we were doing this a little later than usual. So Dustin will not be joining us this evening, but I do have an amazing guest for you. And that's another one, my good friend, well, kind of good friend, but a friend that we've kind of got to know each other is Billy, aka Dill Billy. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Ray. Thanks so much, man, for having me on. Nashville Flippers, huge fan of the show. Honored to be on here beside some of the greats. I mean, I've seen people you've interviewed. I'm like, I have no business being on the show, but
oh no, it'll be fun. So I got to meet Billy. You know, we're kind of in the same whatnot sphere, which is great because both myself and Billy, we sell on the consumer electronic category on Whatnot. We just kind of got to know each other because every Wednesday we get on these like Zoom calls with Whatnot and kind of like figure things out. And it's been great. And again, guys, and I always harp on this, if you haven't gotten on Whatnot, do so, especially if you're a reseller. And then whenever you find out which category you're going to sell on, you need to find out who your representative is because there's always deals going on and stuff like that. Like this weekend, we just had a find the iPhone promotion. And so as a seller, you can sign up and they give you some perks. And what was it? 3 or 4 people got chosen to give away an iPhone.
Yeah, I think it was 4 people. They had like an iPhone 15 tech hunt. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
That's crazy. And they do this stuff all the time, not just in the electronic category. I know they do that with like trading cards and like vintage clothing and sneakers and stuff like that. So again, if you're thinking about doing Whatnot, find out who your rep is because that's going to be like an absolute game changer. So that's how I got to know Billy. And I kind of, started picking his brain a little bit and tell us a little. I don't want to. I'm like, I wanted to have you on, Billy, because you always explain to me what you do on Amazon, and I still I really don't understand it. And so give us a little bit of introduction on yourself. And you do this Amazon thing full time, right?
Yep. That's my full-time revenue. Yeah, I'll call it that. Full-time revenue, part-time hours, full-time revenue for sure. So
hey, that's what we all are working for here.
That's what we want.
Part-time hours, full-time money, right?
That's right. So. Yeah. Well, okay, man. So I'll try to explain it the best that I can because it all came to me kind of out of the blue. So I was in, quick backstory, spent 10 years of my life working for a nonprofit, was getting married, needing to make more money, watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to print t-shirts, got in a t-shirt printing business for about 8 years. Pandemic came, put that out of business because we catered to big crowds, big audiences. Got into podcasting, started a saltwater fishing show, built it up, got it sponsored, did that 140 episodes. And during that time, kind of like right toward the end of that time on that show, I learned through an app called Clubhouse, which is like a social audio app, from some friends of mine about this program called the Amazon Influencer Program. And so these guys were telling me like, hey, dude, we go live and we talk about products that are sold on Amazon, live on Amazon, and people watch it. They ask us questions, they make purchases, and we make a commission off of it. And we're making thousands of dollars a month doing this. We think you'd be good at it. You should go apply, be a part of the program, and do whatever.
Sounds too good to be true.
Dude, it was too good to be true. I even said it was too good to be true. However, I still went and applied. I got approved after I worked my tail off to get my social media account where it needed to be, which, the numbers, nobody really knows. Like somebody's going to tell you they know, they don't really know. Okay, Amazon has certain parameters, whatever. So the easiest thing is go look up Amazon Influencer Program, apply, use one of your social handles and see what happens and see what it tells you. And so anyway, I go do that. I get declined. I go and I work my tail off getting, my social media where it needs to be. And then I come back and I finally get approved. Well, by the time I get approved, not only can you go live, but now you can post like shoppable content. So very much like a YouTube channel or a YouTube video, I record it once, I put it out there, and then it gets attached to the product page on Amazon. So my mind is kind of blown. And so through this time, I'm doing another show called Creating Daily, where I'm talking to all these creatives every single day. I'm doing a live show every day. And I meet this guy who's telling me, hey, dude, I'm going to make like $70,000-$80,000 off of these shoppable videos per year. And I'm like, what the heck, dude? Like, there's no way. Like, you're just going to post a video and make money on it, all the time. And he's like, yeah, dude, go check it out. So anyway, so I do a couple live streams. By that time, the live stream thing was kind of like dwindling down, wasn't doing that great. I had maybe 5 or 6 people on a stream, wasn't really selling anything. And then I made these short form videos. When I say short form, it's like 1 to 5 minutes. And I made one about this microphone. I made one about my input, my console, my audio console, a couple of cameras, a couple of camera lenses. I think like 30 videos total. And at that time, we were living in the middle of the ocean in Puerto Rico, so there was no way I could get more products. But I made 30 product videos. I was like, dude, let's see what happens. Well, this thing, I'm not even kidding, starts generating $300 to $600 a month on average in revenue. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, this is bonkers, dude. Like, how is this even real? And I couldn't do anything because I couldn't get more products. I didn't want to deal with getting it shipped to Puerto Rico and doing all this and whatever. So I just sit on it for like almost a year, like 10 months. I just sit on it every month, just watch this thing kind of come in and do its thing or whatever. So we come home back to North Carolina, and I tell my wife, I'm going to give this thing 90 days. I'm going all in on Amazon. So with Amazon shoppables. So with shoppables, there's a couple different things that you could do here. It is, you can go around your house and just whatever. I mean, I got all kinds of crap in my office, my desk, my house. If it's available on Amazon, you can make a short video about it. When somebody watches that video on that product page, they now and then buy, you get a commission off of it. So we're all familiar with Amazon Associates, sharing on YouTube or whatever. Somebody clicks on it, they buy the product, we get a commission. Well, Amazon kind of said like, hey, why don't you, entertain, or not really entertain, but educate our audience about the products that they're already looking at and kind of push them across the finish line of making a purchasing decision. And so that is basically what I started doing a little over a year ago. And so I started doing that. But instead of doing it with my own products, I realized that there is, and through relationships and Facebook groups and all this stuff, that there's a ton of brands who want people in the United States to make videos about their products. So that's when I started getting connected with all these Chinese manufacturing companies, marketing departments, marketing businesses. And they basically reach out and say, hey, can you make a video? I say, yes, here's the price tag. Send me the video, pay me this amount. I'll make it. I'll post it and host it on my account and make a residual commission. And then that's how I got into the reselling game. Was I had all this crap in my studio and I'm like, how do I get rid of it? And we can get into that. But so basically I gave you all that backstory just to say I make product videos for Amazon sellers. And basically it's just a marketing video that I own and keep the rights to and make a residual commission off Amazon when people watch it.
Okay, so
go ahead. Yeah, ask me all the questions. I'll share anything.
Like, so I'm trying to gather all these thoughts because I don't really, my wife is the Amazon shopper, so I don't see like these videos that you're talking about.
Well, just get Brittany in here. Brittany, I know you're probably watching. Get in here.
She's back there doing something. But let's say hi to some people in the chat that come on. So we have Lad is in the building. Good to see you. We have Chris at Peak. What's going on, Chris? Good to see you. And we have Simply Shenanigans. Hello, how you doing? We have Luann says, hi, Billy. How's it going? And he also says hello to the Nashville Flippers. So thank you so much, Luann, for coming on. So, okay, Billy. So you're doing this podcast about deep sea fishing, saltwater fishing, right?
Yep.
And you heard through the grapevine, or you had some friends that were doing this Amazon video content kind of stuff. So again, is it like, where are these videos being seen? Like, is it different from user generated? Because I have a friend, Angie Resells. I don't know if she's here or not, but she does user generated content for Amazon, and they pay her to do videos about, like, I think she just recently did one about like a dog blanket or something for her dog, right?
Yeah.
And so she gets a I think she just gets paid for that video, but you're getting commission you're getting paid for the video and you're getting paid commission off of that video. So how do you sign up for that, and where do you see these videos? Like, I've never seen a video like that.
Okay, so first of all, the user generated content. So there's a user generated content market. So there's all kinds of marketplaces where I, as a content creator, can go connect with, Waterloo Water and say, hey, pay me $150 or $200 or $1,000, and I'll make user generated content about your water. So I'll go sit by the pool on a hot day and I'll do the whole like vertical video thing. But then the expectation there is in most cases, is for the content creator to relinquish all rights. So give exclusive rights to the company to now use that content. So they're paying for it once, but they're getting to use it over and over and over for marketing purposes. Well, the way Amazon works is the value is not necessarily the video, it is the placement on your influencer account. So I have an Amazon influencer account, which they have to approve and all that stuff. So you can just go look up Amazon influencer program and you can quickly find, and they promote it all over the place. So now that your phone has heard me say this, it's going to start dropping ads to you. Don't worry. You won't have to look too much longer.
I got nothing to hide.
Yeah. Right. And then what happens is there's certain steps you have to go through. So you get approved for the account, you get an Amazon storefront. So immediately you can start posting content to that storefront, bringing in your favorite products, curating lists, all those things to drive traffic offsite. So anything that's off Amazon, so like YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or wherever, and bring that traffic over, have them shop your page and get a commission. So that's pretty basic affiliate marketing. Well, the influencer part is the shoppable content. And so what that does is you have to submit 3 videos, get those approved. I think it's a manual approval still. And then they'll say, okay, cool. Now you can make as much content as you want. And then that's when you start making product videos about whatever, whenever, how, whatever it is. It could be stuff on your desk. It could be stuff that brands send to you and pay you to make the video. And that's what shows up on product pages. Now, this is always changing. So it's kind of like trying to hit a dartboard with a blindfold on, trying to figure out where Amazon is putting these videos, where they're going to show up at. But a lot of times they're in the carousel. So if you see the product page along the left side of it, there's like all these images that you can click on. Well, if there's a play button, that's going to open up to videos. So more than likely, if it has that, it's going to have a manufacturing video. So they've made their own video. And then under it, it's going to say videos for this product, or it's going to say, related product videos. So if you go look up a product that I've made a video on, there could be my video and I think up to like 9 other influencers on that page. So here's the tricky part: is the last person's video who gets watched before the purchase gets the commission. So if they watch your video, my video, and Luann's video, well, if they watch Luann's video last, she gets the reward of the commission because she was the last.
You don't necessarily want to be first, almost, on the video carousel.
Depends, man. Depends on the buyer's behavior. Yeah. I mean, if I make a baller video that answers all the questions that they might have about that product, then maybe I do want to be first.
This is an interesting question. I don't. And Chris just, I saw this question, I thought we would bring it up. So Chris at Peak is saying, Billy, thanks for talking about this. I have an Amazon influencer account and a storefront. Can I do these videos?
Yes. So Chris, you're going to have, when you log into your dashboard, your creator dashboard on Amazon, where you curate the storefront, you're probably going to have a lock on there. And then what you need to do is go read the guidelines of those videos that you have to submit. So there's guidelines, there's rules, there's it's pretty brutal, all the stuff you have to remember when you're shooting these videos of stuff you can and can't say. And there's like a bunch of Facebook groups that have lists of these phrases or words that they don't want you saying, or claims or whatever. So you make the 3 videos, and then you submit those and you wait. And I think now it's probably like 5 to 7 days. I mean, dude, there was a time where it was like 8 or 9 weeks. Like, it was crazy. And then you may or may not get approved, but you only have 3 times. So this is a crazy part about it, is if you don't get approved the first time with 3 videos, you get a second chance and a third chance. Well, third strike, you're out. You're done.
Okay.
You don't come back for more. And so I know people who've done multiple accounts, because you can apply with each account that you have, like social media or whatever. So, but dude, it's pretty crazy. But once you get in, it's a lot of fun and you can go crazy, man. So I've made 21. I'd have to look it up. I mean, it's 2,100 videos in the last year and 3 or 4 months or whatever I've been doing it.
Wow.
So I'm pumping out videos, dude, every single day.
So Chris is saying can't say stuff like the best sparkling water, etc. I'm sure there's a rules.
I mean, there's so many things. Yeah, there's so many things. Like you can't really talk about medical stuff or sexual stuff. Like there's like a lot of stuff you can't. I mean, most people who sell on Whatnot would not be allowed to talk about stuff on Amazon. No, I'm just kidding.
That's funny. Chris over here, he would be a perfect person to do these videos, I think, Chris. So I don't know, $2,100, 2,100 videos.
Videos,
you said you have?
Yeah, 2,100 videos.
2,100 videos.
Over 2,100, yeah. I'd have to look at my account here. I don't know. Chrome acts up sometimes when I go to look, but if you go to dillbilly.live, you'll see a little count in the bar, and it should say like I think it's over 2,100 now. Something, yeah, definitely over 2,000.
You're doing this like every day. You're working with brands. They send you stuff
every day. Yeah, so I got a bunch of stuff over here on the shelf. I got a bunch of headphones. I got a portable monitor. I get portable monitors. A company that sends me those. Portable generators like solar power banks and solar panels and scooters and fingernail clippers. In the beginning days, man, I would do a video. I didn't know what I was doing. So a company would say, "Hey, we want to send you some fingernail clippers." I go, "Yeah, but I'm not doing the video for free. You got to send me $10, or whatever. Like, you got to send me $10, dude." Yeah, so cheap. I didn't know what I was doing. But I got all this product, and then I started selling it to a reseller that was trying to get their kids in the game. And so I would sell bulk, dude. I'd be like, "Here's 400 products. Give me $5 a piece. Just get them out of my face, please." And so, yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, you get to keep it. You get to keep everything. I mean, that's part of the payment. So my business model, and I don't want to get too nerdy, man. I'll talk. So you just tell me to shut up.
Let's get nerdy. I'm so about getting nerdy.
So and I'll give it away. I don't really care because it's just work. It's just work. It's sweat equity. Like anybody
can do this. That's why I wanted to have you on, Billy, because it's like this is something that like as a reseller, we're always like, I want to be able to do something that is like consistently generated income, and it's kind of like almost like mailbox money, right? Like the check is being deposited. You do it one time, and it's something that is continuously generating revenue. And when you were telling me about this, I was like, wait, I don't understand like how this even works. But yeah, let's get nerdy. Let's say hi to some people before we get nerdy. We do want to say hi to Larry. He said, "They missed me at the rally." Hey, it was my anniversary weekend at the reseller rally, so if I would have went to Cincinnati, I probably would be divorced right now. So, I mean, we do want to say hi to Perfectly Blessed. Good to see you. And we have Andy Sometas in the building. 10 is $10. Just saying. That's right. 10 is $10, and it adds up. But but I'm sure you knew your value, and that's a problem. Like I had, and I'm sure Chris has also. Like when we started building up like our TikTok following, we get all these emails about making videos for these certain brands. Like I didn't know how much to charge, so I kept upping the price. Like every time someone wanted a video, I would keep upping the price until somebody said no, and then it's like, okay, well, this is kind of like where I would stop or whatever. But let's get nerdy, Billy. Let's get nerdy.
Yeah. Well, I'll jump into that real quick because I think, and this is going to be, I mean, some people are just going to be brutal, especially if they're used to the YouTube game. And now keep in mind, I came from podcast world. My first sponsorship deal was over $10,000 for a podcast sponsorship deal. I am not afraid to ask people for money. I'm not afraid to put my value out there. But in this particular game, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really understand how it worked. I was figuring it out. So I'm like, there's no way I'm going to charge $500 a video and then botched, like not even understand, like, is this video going to show up on the carousel? Is it even going to get approved by Amazon? Like I have no idea. So I started off at $10 and then I did that same thing. I was like, I'm just testing it for 90 days. So after 90 days, this thing is just taking off. It's just like blowing my mind of like the income, not only from Amazon, but all these brand deals. And at that point, I wasn't reselling anything. I was just stocking it on my shelves, just trying to figure out how to get rid of this stuff. And so, that was what I've done too, is I've went up like every quarter, like, okay, I'm just going to go up $5, $10, whatever, it depends. But what you find out is it's a frequency game. And the more that you build relationship with different reps and different companies, and you do a good job and you get quick turnaround times, well, what they're doing is they are, building value, within, with you, and they're sending you more products. So I have one rep. I do 150 videos on average over the last year. I've done 150 a month on average. And so you do that and you times that by 50, or you times that by 100, this adds up super quick. You're at a 10K business from one stream of revenue. Well, guess what? There's 3. So you get the brand deal side, you scale that, and it's a numbers game. It sucks because as a content creator, it all stops with you. Like, that's what I hate about this business. Because there's always a con, right?
Bottleneck. Yeah.
And the con is me. And the con is, and Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber on the planet, the con is him. Like, he is the bottleneck. Like, if he's not showing up and making money, the cash register stops ringing. So same thing in this business. That's the thing. If I didn't make videos all last week because I was trying to sell stuff, well, guess what? I'm not making any money off brand deals last week. Now I'm playing the catch up. It's like that kind of like, what am I doing? How do I figure this out? But anyway, so you have the brand deal money. That's one. You have the Amazon money, which, is kind of up to them, but it's different placement and they kind of rotate through. But I consistently will do like $300 a month on average consistently. Now for 2,100 videos, you might be like, that didn't sound like a lot. But I've only made them once. I made money off the product. And then the third way that I make money is I sell the product. And that's part of the deal. And when you're doing 150 videos a month and you can sell 150 products a month, that all adds up, especially if you can average, somewhere between the $15 and $20 range of reselling that and making, it's all profit. There's no cost. My cost is setting up a live stream, which sometimes can be brutal. But yeah, man. So that's kind of where I got into the game. Now I have some friends of mine who are on YouTube and they get 2 million followers and they're like, bro, I'm charging $10,000 for a video. And I'm like, you're doing one video. I'm doing 10 videos a day. I am setting up 2 cameras. I have this camera right here. And then I have this camera right here.
Ooh.
So I'm going, hey guys, today we're going to talk about the Rodecaster, Go 2s. These are some of my favorite microphones, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Here's a close-up look. Here's what it does. Here's the power button. Bam, 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 bam. Done. 1 to 5 minutes. Depends on how long it takes me. I'm finished with that video. I don't edit. I don't sit behind a screen and edit stuff. I do everything live to drive. And it's the trick. And I heard your wife say this on a previous live stream of like, oh, once I understood the system of what Ray was doing, then I was more excited about his business. And I'm like, the system is what matters. Like, if I was and I know people who take 10 hours to edit 1 5-minute video, and I'm like, you didn't make any money, dude. Like, you're not making jack, I
don't think people value their time as much as we think that they do. You know what I mean?
True.
It's like that's the commodity that we never get back is the time. So, but I digress.
Yeah, well, and I think it's like figuring out what you can do in that amount of time. For me, I'm working basically part-time hours in generating 3 different streams of revenue. And I'm not doing anything. I mean, I'm doing stuff like I'm negotiating deals. And my wife always says like, hey, honey, you're like talented on camera. You can do that. You can think on your feet. You can, you open up a product and you can kind of get creative of what you're going to say about it in 5 seconds as to where maybe the average person's not capable of doing that. And I get all that stuff is there, but I've made 2,000 videos. Go watch my first video, go watch my last video. And surprise, like, can you guess how many of these cell phone chargers I've done videos on?
Oof.
Dude, so many.
So many. Those 3-in-1s?
Those 3-in-1s, dude, so many. I mean, I'll do probably 4 or 5 a month. And so after you do something so many times, you kind of have a pitch for every type of product that you can possibly get. And so you kind of know, and you know what to look for. And the quality and like, hey, is this going to work? Is this looking good? Because as an influencer, I have a responsibility to also be honest, to be honest about this product. And most of the times, especially, and this is a weird kind of business because it's like, I want to make the video because I want it to go on the carousel because I want people to click on it, watch it, and buy it. So if I make a video that says, hey, this 3-in-1 thing sucks, you shouldn't buy it. Exactly. Well, I just wasted my time. So what I do is I just have a policy, no negotiations. Like if somebody sends me a product, I think it's horrible, I'll just send them a message and say, you have a couple of options here. You're going to pay me either way. I'll do the video, but I'm going to be brutally honest that this thing's a piece of crap. Or you can just like forget this whole deal. Okay. Like we can just like walk away from it and you can just pay me for my time of opening up the package and figuring out this is a piece of junk.
How many times has that happened before?
I mean, surprisingly not that many. It's usually something just doesn't work, like software. Like I had a Wi-Fi repeater the other day. Like this software just wouldn't work. And I did my due diligence, man. I spent way too much time on it. And then I was like, I'm throwing in the towel. This is ridiculous. But I'm still like, hey, you got to pay me for my time because it was time not shooting a video. It was time trying to figure out how the product works. So I still need to get paid. And those are tough conversations, but most people get it. They're like, nope, I get it. We're going to build a company anyway. So that's pretty crazy. Anyway, man, I'll go crazy on 55 different rabbit trails. So
I mean, I like it. I like it. And the listeners are here for it. Chris wants to know what your secondary camera is.
Yeah, so I have 2 Sony ZV-E10s. Oh, my wife's not watching this, Googling prices.
ZV, I think I just bought one of those not too long ago.
Yeah, so I got 2 of them. I got this one right here in front of me has the 15 millimeter, the 1.415, and the one up top is the 11 1.8. Gotcha. So, and this isn't even as wide. Like this thing will actually shoot my whole entire desk, but I just have it zoomed in.
There you go. Perfectly blessed is saying, okay, I'm gonna have to listen to this one more than once because again, this is something that everyone can do, and I mean, it sounds awesome. So these videos, 1 to 5 minutes, like. How long do they have to be?
Dude, it doesn't really matter. For Amazon, they can be 10 seconds to 60 minutes. Like that's there, or 7. I think it's 7 seconds to 60 minutes for Amazon. And they've tested a bunch of stuff. I mean, they reiterate, and I probably wouldn't go all in and say I'm just going to like do my own products or buy products or pull the pallets and do stuff like that because. Amazon is moving stuff. So we've seen people's income like go like crazy and then just like drop down like crazy because they just remove stuff and reposition it. So
that makes sense. Yeah.
And that's kind of my backup plan in this whole business is these brands want these videos anyway. So if Amazon disappears, well, I have over 1,000 contacts I've built over the last year and a half. I'll just reach directly out to them and say, hey, instead of paying me $50 a video, why don't you pay me $150 a video and you can keep it? You can have full rights to it. So as a content creator, that's and maybe that will work, maybe that won't work, maybe I'm overthinking it or underthinking it. But for me, that's kind of my business strategy is like relationships with multiple different, and mostly it's in the electronic space now because I do have this Whatnot. I'm trying to figure out this Whatnot beast, so I can have some product, and it's really nice to get free product and sell it versus trying to find resources and buy and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
so let's get into that. So Billy, you have a shelf full of stuff, and then Whatnot comes calling. You're like, well, I have all this free stuff.
So this is
how did you get connected with that?
Okay, so this is a funny story. So I had this person in town, a family friends of ours. And they were getting their teenage sons into like a business or something. And their dad's an entrepreneur, mom's an entrepreneur. So they're like, hey, let's get the kids into something. And so I just happened to call them and say, hey, I know you're trying to get your guys to do something. Why don't you buy all this product from me and you guys flip it? So they did, man. They bought a bunch of product and started selling it, started flipping it, and it started doing pretty good. They bought a couple loads that way. And then I called them back because I was ready to sell another load, and they're like, hey, we're going to push the pause button. Well, dude, so I kind of freak out a little bit because I'm like, man, I don't know. I tried to pawn shop, and some guy was trying to give me the runaround. It's just a mess. And so I got on Clubhouse, and I'm complaining about it. And somebody's like, why don't you sell it on eBay? I'm like, dude, because I don't want to do an eBay business. And I have an eBay account. I've sold over 8,000 products on eBay. I have great reviews on eBay, but the products I'm selling are primarily from Chinese manufacturing companies. It's not like
Exactly.
Rodecaster Pro, it's like, whatever, like I don't even know a name that I could think of, but it's not name brand stuff.
It's not like a
And
Rode or a Yeti or
yeah,
name brand
or
things that you go on eBay to try to get a deal from.
yeah, it's like a no name product. And so I know, selling a Canon camera or a Canon lens is going to take me a couple weeks anyway. So I'm like, dude, I can't sell this not name non-name brand item. It's going to take me. I'm never going to sell it. Like it's going to take
never gonna
forever.
sell. Exactly.
And I'm going to have to put it on a shelf and do a numbering system and take up all this space that I'm already trying to get back. And so a lady on Clubhouse, dude, Clubhouse is paying my bills so many times. This lady who was like liquidating her
sorry
brother's.
to interrupt you, Billy.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the people that don't know what Clubhouse is, could you kind of, because I didn't even know it was still a thing, to be honest, when you mentioned it not too long ago.
It's getting rough over there. I'm telling you, it's they're losing a lot of people just because they've made some recent changes and kind of crazy. But anyway, back in the good old days, it was a social media, social audio app where you can jump into these like different rooms, different spaces, and just hold conversations and network or do business deals or entertain each other or whatever. So during the pandemic, this was like huge because everybody was at home. And so we're all just spending days of our lives. Like that sounds like a soap opera. I guess it is a soap opera. But anyway, we're spending all this time just on there talking about podcasting, live streaming, Amazon, shoppable content, all the live selling, like all this stuff. And so I'm on there and I'm complaining about all this product. I'm like, dude, I'm not really complaining, but just trying to figure out a solution. I'm like, I don't want to do eBay. I don't want to do Facebook Marketplace. I'd rather run over myself with a truck than do Facebook Marketplace. Like it's a dumpster fire. And this lady is like, why don't you do Whatnot? I'm like, what the heck is that? And so she's like, oh, it's this live auction app. Twitch and eBay kind of had a baby and this is called Whatnot. And I'm like, whatever, I'll look at it. So I look at it, I apply, I get approved, I do the whole thing. And then I do my first show on Whatnot and I have no idea what to expect. I have really no idea how it even works. I'm like, let me just do 10 products, 8 products, 10 products. So dude, 8 products, 30 people show up on the live stream, like the first live. And I'm like, 30 people? Like, what are we doing? Like, this is, I went live on Amazon, like the greatest marketplace on the world, for products. And I can't get 10 people on the live. And so dude, and 8 products last for what? 20 seconds. Like, I don't even know. Like I sold through 8 products and then I'm like manually entering in stuff like, oh yeah, let me go to watch this. Like, hold on, like wait 5 minutes while I figure out how this works, the community over there was so fun and great when I got started. So anyways, I sell through it. I do, I don't know how many products, maybe 20, 25 that first show. And I'm pumped. I'm jazzed. So I get on Clubhouse right after and I'm like, dial it up, get everybody in. I'm like, hey, Cheryl, thanks so much, man. I can't believe it. Like, I would love to check out your show and Whatnot. I had so much fun. She's like, oh, I don't have a show over there. I've never sold on there before. I don't even know how it works. I just thought it'd be a good idea. And I'm like, wait a second. She's like, well, I wanted you to figure it out and come back and tell us. And I'm like, oh, you little suckers, man. Like, yeah. So anyway, so that's what happened. And then, Josh over at Whatnot reached out, was like, hey man, you got a good quality show. Like, we'd love to see you go, live more. And so anyway, we've been back and forth and trying to figure out how to make that happen for months and months. But, I don't know. I don't know the game of Whatnot yet. I mean, I think I know what it is, but I get beat up over there. If I buy a product, if I buy a product, dude, I get beat up, man. I get beat up. But if I don't, I have fun. But if I buy stuff, dude, I'm sweating bullets.
Oh,
so.
I know, right? And that's another, you mentioned earlier that, eBay is not necessarily the platform to sell non-name brand stuff. I found out the first time I went live on Whatnot, the things that I was passing over, like at these Amazon bins, because that's usually where like I get the majority of my items. The gaming, the non-name gaming headsets and the 3-in-1 wireless chargers, things that don't have brands that I would never pick up for eBay. Now I can pick them up because I can sell them on Whatnot. Because it's almost like, I don't know, it's like Amazon, eBay, Twitch, like all this stuff is, it's just, I don't know. Like, what do you think? Like, it's just better.
Well, I think too, it's like it's a different thing when you can actually, and this is what I love about Whatnot. It's like I can get on there and I can show you the product. In my case, I've like reviewed most of these, so I can actually tell you like, hey, this is what I like about it. This is what I don't like about it. I can answer any questions. I can interact with the chat, or if I'm just trying to get, and I think what I love about Whatnot so much is that there's no waiting game, right? You're gonna know pretty quick, is this gonna sell? Is it not gonna sell? And I'll try to sell stuff like 1 or 2 times, like through 1 or 2 live streams. Now, the first several shows, dude, was like 100% sell-through rate. Blew my freaking mind. I was like, wow, this is so easy. Like, I'm selling every single item, no questions asked. And then I bought some stuff, and then that kind of changed a little bit.
It's a little scary. It's a little scary.
And I didn't do, I didn't like go hard on it. I didn't spend enough money, and it was a lot of products, but it was a lot of stuff that was like outdated. I didn't really do my due diligence, right? I got excited. I was like, oh, this is easy. I'll just buy this pallet of stuff. And then it didn't turn out super hot. Oh, but
yikes.
It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is, and the free products make up for it. So I didn't really, I still technically probably lost some money, but not I'm not like calling my mortgage company like, hey, can I skip a payment? I'm not there yet. So
it is tough. It is tough trying to figure out Whatnot for sure. And let me know, guys, if I'm coming in too low or too high, because I'm having issues with, I know last podcast it was a little iffy. So let me know if that sounds better. If not, we can try to do something to fix it. But let's say hi to some people that just jumped in. We have Ken SSK Promo. We have Grams and Pops Vintage. And then the Flipping Dude. Good to see you guys. So Chris had a great question. Volume is good here. Okay, thank you so much, Chris. Chris did have a question. Where can we find your product videos to look at?
Yeah, so if you just go to, there you go, dillbilly.live, and that'll kind of forward on to my my page there. And so, and the funny part is like that demo.
All right, today we're going to take a look at this Bamboo 3-in-1 charger. The company did send this over and compensate me to make this video.
I can hear
this thing
it,
is pretty neat. So let's go ahead and take a look at what comes in the box, and then I'll show you how it works. So first of all, this is the Bamboo stand. So you can see here, this is a MagSafe section for your phone. Here's
it's clean.
For your Apple Watch,
Billy.
And then your AirPods
the 2 cameras
here in the bottom.
Works great.
And here's an
right
indicator light on the
and
you're
you're
front.
Not editing, which is
the port
great,
is here on the back,
right?
so that's a USB-C, and also comes with a USB-C cable, so USB-C to USB-C. Now I already had one plugged in on my desk, so I'll use it there.
And
nice
so this video will come up whenever I'm
searching
searching this charging
really good quality
station.
build.
Right?
Yeah, click on that. The charging station, that $39.99 right there. If you click on that and go to, you see on the left-hand side of the main image picture,
these 2 videos.
Yeah, go to those 2 videos. Click there. Yeah, so there's now you see related videos. Dill Billy, that's my video. And luckily, I'm the only one in the carousel there. So if somebody does watch those videos and they're like, oh, this is the full walkthrough, let me check it out. They watch that video, they purchase, then I get a commission off of that.
And then they can follow your...
Yeah, they can follow my whole channel. So if you click on my whole channel, so that's where you can see, 2,101 posts in the search bar. That's how many posts I've made. So most of those are videos. Probably, I know at least 2,000 of those are videos, but I do have some photos. I do have some live streams. And so, yeah, man, you're just talking, and you can see all the stuff. Like there's a clock for my kid's room. There's a heater, a bunch of iPhone 15 cases, like a bunch of those.
What's the item that's made you the most money?
Man, probably when it hits the carousel, let's see, probably camera lenses do really well. I probably make good money off of those. Any home improvement stuff, and in every category has different percentages. So when you're a part of the program, you can kind of log in and see, and you can even strategize that way as well. Like I have a ladder that does really well during the springtime, summertime. Like it does well. My electric weed eater, and dude, this is funny. I bought this electric weed eater and leaf blower kit at Home Depot years ago, and they still sell it. They still make it. It's a Black & Decker. I made a video about it, and dude, those things crank all year almost. Like they're pretty awesome. So But in my situation, this is mostly a numbers game and like how many brand deals can I do? This is
Gotcha.
not this is not me trying to make money directly from Amazon, because a huge miss that I'm not doing is repurposing this video on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, and backlinking everything. I mean, that's a huge. I could
Yeah.
probably make all kinds of money, but my bandwidth is not quite there.
Yeah. That's where you can need somebody else to do your repurposing for you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's where I'm. That's my next step and phase in this business is like, okay, I got 2,000 something videos. It's time to cut these up and
perfectly
put them elsewhere.
blessed. I will put the link in the description once this video is over. But if you just type in Dill Billy on Google, it'll come up. But this is his Amazon. What would you call this, Billy? The Amazon.
Yeah, it's my Amazon storefront. Yep.
His Amazon storefront. So, for example, if you're shopping for, I don't know, what is this? This pencil.
Right, today we're gonna take a quick look at this.
So this is the pencil. Like if you go on Amazon, and you're looking at this pencil, and you go down to these videos. For an example, Billy's got a video of him reviewing the item.
Today we're gonna take a quick look.
So
at
if I decide to purchase this, then Billy gets a commission because of the video that you made.
Yeah. So Ray, go ahead and show a sample of how you purchase, and I get I'm just kidding.
Right? Yeah. And then
this is how you buy.
How do you know who contacts you about making these videos?
Okay, so this is the crazy part. So at first, I was reaching out to brands and reps. So there's a couple different. You have like brands directly that have marketing departments that you can reach out to. This takes a little bit of legwork to figure that out. Maybe you got to jump on LinkedIn, maybe you got to reach out to the company, go through their website. I mean, there's all kinds of different sales, marketing, strategies as a salesperson. And I got a sales background to find contact information for the right person in that company. And so I did that, but then there's also a ton of Facebook groups. If you go to like look up any Facebook group where it's like Amazon Live Influencer Program, be a part of it. I guarantee you there are reps who have marketing agencies in China who are saying, hey, we need videos. Here's this product. Here's this product. And what I did in the very beginning was I went to all those groups and I just reached out to every single one of those people and just said, hey, here's my contact info. Would love to work with you. Blah, blah, blah. Let me know if I can help you. And so I did that the first like couple months. And then I started getting like incoming inquiries. And then I don't know, dude. I think I'm like probably on some kind of Chinese like e-commerce store with my, like I'm on the list.
The quality is there.
Because now, dude, I'm just getting so many inquiries every day, like probably 10 to 15, 20 inquiries on a good day. And, now I'm being kind of picky. I'm being kind of selective. It's like I stay away from furniture builds because it takes too much. I'll do office chairs because I can resell them pretty quickly locally. I do all the electronic stuff, headphones, all that. I do backup cameras for cars or cameras for cars. Any of that, like it might take me a little bit longer to put the video together, but if I can resell it for a higher price, I'm definitely putting that into the equation now of like, how do I resell this, or can I, or will it, or whatever. So,
do you want to say hi to our flipping family? They jumped
What's up, flipping family?
So that flipping dude is saying, anyone ever told you that you look like a young Joe Bonamassa? I don't even know who that is.
I don't even know who that is, man. That's going to be a Google search.
Who is Joe Bonamassa?
I have been told I sound like Bill Clinton, but that is a long time ago.
Okay.
So maybe I do.
I can see that a little bit.
I did not do something.
So, Billy, if we want to jump on this bandwagon of these Amazon influence. Oh, I did have one more question before we get into that. Do you see that brands, is it just, let's say you're like demographic, do they pay more for a certain demographic? Like if you're older and, Latino, or like, is that like, because you're just a, like a white guy. Young white guy. So I'm sure there's like plenty of those, but the people probably like an older woman making a review, because I'm sure they're like lady boomers are the ones shopping on Amazon. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't really, I think across the board from people that I talk to and that we're open, because we have a small chat, with people. I mean, not and the people in that group are like more focused on Amazon, but I do talk to a lot of Amazon influencers and see them posting a lot of Facebook groups, and it seems like it's kind of standard across the board.
Okay.
And I think it is the reason why it is that way is because it's such a volume game. You know, it's like, and I get it. Like if you're not reselling this product, it's probably not worth it to do a video for $50, especially if you're taking 5 hours to edit. But in my game, I would just tell people like figure out the 2-camera system and figure out, make the investment. And you don't have to, like, you can do it with just your phone. I mean, or 2 phones and then put it together, whatever you want. But man, for me, I just figured it out. I just figured out like, and I love all this stuff anyway, right? So I'm a nerd and I love live streaming and whatever. Like I've always had a camera or 2 laying around, and so to live switch, live to drive, record everything, and just put up numbers is a pretty fun game. And you can always increase price or decrease or negotiate. Like I've negotiated so many deals. Like I have flat rate pricing, I have percentage deals. So there's like higher price products where I'll just do a percentage deal. I'll say, hey, just pay me 10% every single month in perpetuity, and I'll just provide those numbers. And do some of those pay out. Like I'm like, you should have just paid me $500 for the video or whatever.
Well,
like
that's smart.
You're missing. Now I would do that across the board, but it's just admin disaster, and I hate spreadsheets. So, but I don't know how to track it that well. And then I got to spend all my time like sending invoices.
Exactly.
Anyway,
which is a great question that Grams and Pomps has. Interesting hustle. I like it. How do you prevent them from cutting you out and taking your videos?
So this is something that we fight every day. Like people just taking our brand because the video will show up twice. Like if they steal it and put it on their brand up top, and then you have it on the bottom, it'll still be there. And if they just watch the first one and don't watch yours, you don't get paid. I don't really worry about it because I'm not going to spend all day searching my 2,000 videos trying to figure out if somebody steal it or not. Most of the time it's brands who will steal multiple videos and they'll get reported anyway and get shut down. And same with YouTube. I mean, I think there's a couple ways, like with YouTube, you could probably post them all to YouTube, and then YouTube will kind of like do that for you. Or most of that, I guess. I don't really know the exact way, but I'm probably pretty lazy when it comes to that. I mean, I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm just going to burn and churn and rip and keep moving as fast as I can and get velocity and speed and just get better at my craft and not really worry about, if they want to steal it, good. That's who you are. Then your business is probably going to fail anyway. So good luck, trash bag.
There you go. Chris does have some interesting questions about your equipment. He wants to know what kind of lighting do you have?
Dude, let me show you. Maybe. Let me see if I can get my continuity camera to work here.
Continuity camera.
I've just been waiting for this. Yeah, dude. So the new Apple operating system, you can do what's called a continuity camera, and yeah, you just turn it on, and then what the heck? Hold on one second. Oh, you know what? I hope this works. I had a little bit of trouble out of it the other day, but let me see if I can get it to work. Here we go.
Oh, wow. So
excuse the mess.
Now it's showing the camera on his phone.
Yeah.
It's just 2, what do you call those? The lighting.
Yeah. So okay. So this is a big Godox. I think it's like a 60 watt. So you can see how big it is. So this is like 39 inches or something. So this is going to get that real nice. Let me add this in there. I'm going to get real nerdy on you. So
wow, this is
look at this.
Impressive.
Let me get,
guys, if you're listening to this, come over to the YouTube because we're like Inception over here.
So anyway, this is like the big soft piece that's like really coming, and there's all kinds of different lighting techniques. And then I have like this other little light that's just shining up to just kind of fill in a little bit on this other side. And then this little desk lamp, actually somebody sent this to me. That's just when I'm doing products here. So it kind of lights up this area. But that's pretty much it. And then here's my 2 cameras. So I get the 2 ZV E10s. I usually use dual monitors. I just put that iPad in here for this show so I can monitor it there. And that's it, man. I'm just
what kind of software do you use to
oh, dude, this is all
flip the
Ecamm.
camera back and forth?
Yeah, it's just Ecamm Live.
Ecamm Live.
So yep, that's it.
And you were telling me about this, so we might go into that. I don't know. I don't have
Yeah,
time
dude,
to learn how to use something.
Well, I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it depends on what you want to do with it, but it's pretty simple. So I use Ecamm Live. I use this little Stream Deck here, available on my Amazon store. Just go look it up.
There you go.
A little pitch there.
Spare no expense.
And yeah, man, I can set up different scenes. So if I have like B-roll, so if I need B-roll, I'll shoot it on my phone, airdrop it to my computer, boom, just hit it. So, yeah, that Stream Deck, dude, it'll run your world if you wanted to. Just program it and push buttons.
I like it.
Yeah.
Very impressive setup. We like it. So, and I mean, like again, you're like the perfect person to do these product reviews on Amazon. So we're almost at an hour, Billy. I know I have segments on the show. I don't know if you want to get into those, but
I'll do whatever.
Want to go ahead and mention. I do want to mention the sponsor of the podcast, and that's our good friends over at My Reseller Genie, the best accounting software that you can use to keep track of all your accounting needs as a reseller. If you want to use My Reseller Genie, use the code NashvilleFlippers, and you're going to get 15% off your first month. So I do want to give them a shout out because they are some amazing people over at My Reseller Genie, Faith and Paul. So resellers themselves. So Grams and Pop says, shadows under the hat, Bill. Only way I gotten rid of this is burn my retinas from below.
Yeah,
maybe
probably.
Just not wearing a hat, you know?
Just turn it backwards.
There it
go.
is.
Now they're gone. But some of the I mean, I don't know. There's so many nerdy lighting techniques. Like I don't usually wear a hat, but I just figure if I do, I'm just gonna have a shadow. It's just part of wearing a hat. But yeah, man. And I think too. I was trying to think of something. There's something you said, but anyway, I'm gonna let you roll on. Yeah, but dude, I'm here.
Keep going.
I mean,
we'll go. Consignment chat says My Reseller Genie just got added consignment capabilities too. They will be at Boss next week. So there you go. I'm actually having a meeting with them tomorrow on a Zoom call. So we're gonna get some stuff together. Faith and Paul are good people. Yes, they're good people. So shout out to My Reseller Genie. Billy, if you need some accounting needs, My Reseller Genie is where it's at.
Dude, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him and get that done. So
yeah.
I know what I was gonna say, dude. With all this stuff, I use this for Ecamm I use Ecamm, all this stuff. I use it for Whatnot as well. So
it looks fantastic. Billy's streams are amazing. I know. I'll make sure to add all of his information in the description below. His Whatnots are amazing, and just think about it. Everything that he's getting from these companies, which reminds me, a thought that had just jumped into my head. Have you ever reached out to the individual Chinese companies and purchased product from them directly to sell on Whatnot?
Yeah. So okay. I have reached out. I am in the phase right now where, a lot of people are buying big truckloads of Amazon stuff and that it's getting liquidated. And so I'm trying to catch it before it gets on the truck. Yes. I'm trying to reach. So I have all these contacts. So I've actually reached out. I got one lady who's working some liquidation deals because she's like, my customers need this. And I'm like, well, I'm the guy. Like, let's go. Like, let's see what we can do. And, she works with hundreds of companies and they got old stock, dead stock, whatever, and they need it liquidated. So I'm trying to catch it before it gets in those bins. And I have the contacts with those, and I don't know if it'll work. And probably my pocketbook is not big enough.
Yeah.
But I think with the connections over at Whatnot, and then also with a bunch of resellers or people like me who are like, hey, and I did this during the pandemic. This is how I have such a vibrant eBay account. Is I took a product that I used to sell as a promotional distributor. Those neck gaiters, those fishing face masks. And I partnered with another screen printer who we were both going out of business and we had no work. I was like, dude, let's put our little bit of money together so we can go buy more stock and have it shipped over here and then sell it on eBay. And we both in like 2 or 3 months sold over like $50,000 worth of face masks until somebody wrote an article and said they didn't work, and then that business went away. So, but yeah, man. I mean, I think that's like the power of like networking and numbers. It's like maybe this lady calls me and says, "Hey, I got 10 companies with 80 different products, but you got to buy a truckload of it." Yeah. It's like, all right, well, let's figure that out as a team. Like maybe I'll buy it, maybe I won't, or whatever. So
that's where I am currently. like I want to talk. I'm talking to like I want to talk to the Chinese manufacturers directly, and order the smartwatches and the drones and all this stuff. But again, my checkbook might not be big enough to get all that stuff shipped over in volume like they would like.
Yeah, dude, shipping is what kills you because I did a test deal with some drones on Whatnot and did it. I ate it. It didn't do anywhere. I was actually pretty shocked, but I was actually a little disappointed. But the drones themselves were not expensive. The shipping to get the drones over here were expensive. And so I think that's where you're like real. But these companies that are selling on Amazon anyway, they're in Amazon warehouses, so they're paying for space, so it's already here. I don't have to get it shipped over. It's already here, and I just got to get it shipped to me. And so that's what we're like working on to, kind of. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I'm really talking about. I'm talking out of my pay grade here, but I'm asking a lot of questions.
As resellers, we all want to be same thing that we were talking about earlier. How can I maximize my time to the best of its abilities, right? Like, all of the resellers, we go out to thrift stores and yard sales or whatnot. We can spend a whole Saturday, like 5 hours, go to every garage sale.
Those bad boys up.
Yeah, we can go to a thrift store, or we can spend 5 hours and maybe come out with if you're good, 20 really profitable items. But if you're not good, maybe like 5, or depending on how much money you want to make. But, we're getting to the next thing. How can I sit in front of my computer or on the phone and get hundreds of items in an instant and then sell them within the same day on Whatnot and not sitting on the shelves? So that's how you got to think about it. It's the churn and burn. Same thing with your videos. How many videos can I put out? Even if they don't make the maximum money, I can still get, nickel. It's the fast nickel, slow dime kind of situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the beauty about especially with Whatnot, man. It's so fast. It's like it's velocity, and it's so, for me anyway, it's so fun. It's just part of my personality. I like to move fast. I don't want to sit around. I don't want to wait. Whatever. I mean, ADHD, whatever you want to call it. But I think it's like my superpower to say, how do I get this and get it in, get it out? And so, that's one of the problems with the Amazon thing, in my opinion, is Amazon wants you to stay face and have a brand and actually build relationships with their customers and be an influencer. And so I can't have 4 people making videos for me. And then I could, but I have to brand my whole brand to where it's not confusing to customers. But on Whatnot, I could rent the building that just came available next door with 9 office spaces, have 4 of them just full blast in 4 different categories all day long on Whatnot.
Which is crazy because we know some Whatnotters that, like Kiva do and Voltage that are just like
doing 20-hour days, man. Or something crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but you can't do all that by yourself. I mean, that Voltage guy, dude, Ryan, I'm like, hats off, bro. Like, he's on there majority of the time. I'm like, I've been dead 3 times already. But and I think that's the problem, with Amazon, with any creator business, with YouTube, with whatever. It's like, if you're the face of the channel, face of the show, face of the video, it's all going to come down to, like, if you're not working, you're not making money. And in my mind, as an entrepreneur, I can't do that because I want to go do another business. I can't be stuck here at this desk. It's a lot of fun. I love it. But I need to, and that's why I'm looking at some of those opportunities to leverage the relationships I currently have with these manufacturing companies to say, hey man, if you got something, we'll even do a percentage split, like send it to me. We'll get something out of it. Like, maybe we'll get more than the $1 or $2 that you would have sold it, otherwise. And we'll split a percentage with you. I'm talking all kinds of different, deals with these guys to figure out, how can I, because it's a huge industry. I just need like a little piece of it. I'm not greedy. Like, I need something consistent, man. Because I love going live on Whatnot. But I am, I get 150 products a month. Like you said, dude, I can sell 100 products in an hour and a half on Whatnot. Like, that's nothing. It takes me a month to get a show together. I need to get a show together in like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I know, you mentioned just being toast after some Whatnots. I've noticed that my max is like an hour and a half after, like, we've done like 2-hour shows like several times, and it's like, I cannot do it to it. It's just like brutal. If I'm doing it just by my, like I'm on the camera the whole time. Like I've even talked to my wife. I'm like, hey, next time you're off or whatever, it's like we got to figure something out. Like, or Dustin's got to start selling some stuff because I can't. But like you said, I'm like, you're like the face,
Yeah.
So it's like you're the one selling the thing. You're the one, doing all that stuff. So Ecamm with 2 M's, Chris says.
That's right. Yep. Ecamm
Yes.
Live.
And
they get they get a great community too. Like, go check out their Facebook page, go do the 14-day trial. I'm sure I got an affiliate link out there somewhere, but I won't pitch
Let
it.
me know what it is, Billy, and I can put it down in the description below once we get off of here.
I'll get it,
Yeah. So Grams and Pops says he's got to leave, so thank you so much, Corey. Glad you can come on. And then the Flipping Dude says the real racket is a sport card break, 24 hours a day on whatnot. Dude,
Sheesh.
when the new Disney trading card game came out, like my card shop had it like a week earlier than all the other ones. And I can buy a box for $150. And dude, I was making money hand over fist. Like some of the packs I was selling consistently from $12 a pack to $27 a pack. It was nuts.
Dude.
It was crazy. And now you can even find the cards. So I wish I would have kept a box because I think it would have even sold more. And the last box that I opened, somebody purchased the pack for $12 and they pulled the best card out of the set. And I think it's going for like $700 on eBay right now.
See, dude, that is the thing that like I watch, like the Daily Refinement. I watch that YouTube channel. I watch your guys' stuff. I watch several people that's been on your show. Like I'll watch some of their stuff. And dude, I live vicariously through you guys because I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of see myself like doing that. I'm like, yeah, this is so awesome. Like going to the yard sale. I went to the yard sale. It was my birthday on Friday, so we didn't do anything. Yeah, thanks, man. So 37 years young, baby.
Hey, same age.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
Yeah.
So my wife's like, what are you gonna do for your birthday? I'm like, I don't know, whatever. Like, let me just go yard selling on Saturday, like just for a few hours, just by myself. Let me just rock and roll and see if I can. I'm looking for vintage shirts because I'm just curious about that market, man. I love,
the market is not as good as it used to be, but it's still good.
I came from the t-shirt printing world, so I'm like,
oh, that's right.
I understand the printing processes of it, and maybe speaking to that quality. But anyway, I don't know, man. So there's like this little fainting dream and my wife makes fun of me because she's like, you're the least fashionable person on the planet. Like, you have no business talking about fashion. Like, what are you doing?
The shirts, like you came from that world, so like the vintage, like what makes like a good band shirt and all that. So there is some
a little bit
there,
yeah. I could probably speak more to like, oh, this is an actual good print. This shirt's not going to rip apart in 5 seconds. That kind of like, this thing's been preserved well or whatever. But yeah, it's funny. So my wife and I are actually going to do because she has a ton of clothes to just sell, like name brand stuff. And she doesn't buy to sell, but she gets really good deals on a bunch of stuff. And so we're going to put together maybe this week a show, and she's going to come on and sell some clothes, and we're going to try. I mean, I feel like if you're a woman
selling on whatnot, you do way better. So that's why I tell my wife, I'm like, you have to come on and sell stuff because people just like buying things from women. I don't know. Maybe
I tried to get my wife to do Amazon, but she wouldn't. She wouldn't do it. She won't do it. So I guess if it's live, I'm just like, hey, it's live. You got to either look goofy or start talking.
Exactly.
So
what was it? Oh man, we were talking. Do you know who Chris Flip the World Texas is on whatnot? I've had him on the podcast like several times. I think I had him on a couple weeks ago. So he's full-time on whatnot. That's all he does, whatnot. And what he does, he goes to the Goodwill bins like 3 out of the 7 days a week. He gets all the stuff there and he sells from the Goodwill bins 3 times a week.
He just buys the whole bin?
No, like he's in the bins. Have you ever been to a Goodwill bins?
Wait, so he's selling it before he bought it?
Yes. Think about that. How great is that?
I love it, dude. That's so funny.
So, but he curates it though, so he knows what's good or what people want, So he'll have, hey,
So,
you know,
so is he like pre-stack it, or is it just like
pre-stack it.
random pulls?
No,
Oh,
he
okay.
pre-stacks it, lists it on whatnot.
Oh, okay,
And
cool.
then, you know, he's like, this is whatever, this is a vintage whatever tee, you know, started at whatever, and he's, you know, sells it. He's sold like, I think he has 10,000 items sold, or I don't know, 100,000. I don't know what it is.
And they don't care. They just let him stand there and sell. That's awesome. Good for him. That's so right? Dope. I feel like I'd be like arrested immediately. Like, get out of here, guy.
He did get arrested one time, but but the guy's nuts. You have to watch his stuff. But Flip the World Texas on whatnot.
Okay,
and,
I'm gonna
dude,
check him out.
The guy's a character. The guy's already a character, but dude, I mean, think about that. He's selling the items before he purchases them.
That's so crazy.
And it's by the pound on the Goodwill bins. So a t-shirt is like nothing.
Wow. Dude, I've thought about buying bundles of vintage stuff, but I watched a guy's YouTube video not too long ago, and he's like, yeah, if you buy a 500-pound bundle, you might get 50 shirts out of it. And I'm like, what are you going to do with the rest of the like 499?
Even if it's $2, you know?
I guess so. You just pull them out and just like, here, $1.
Yeah,
38
like
cents a shirt.
He recently just bought a bale. And
a bale, yeah, that's what they're called.
And he put it on his Instagram. I have to pull it up. But let's see here.
I was gonna say, geez, Ray, just put this guy's business out.
No, he's dude. I've had Chris. Chris is the homie. Chris is like,
that's awesome, man. I gotta check it out. His show that blows my. I wonder if you could do that at a bin store. If you just at a bin store, like, got this walkie-talkie,
Chris
you want
is
it?
The homie. So the bale he sold 17. You see that on his Instagram story?
Oh, yeah.
$1,700 from the bale that he purchased. And so this is him right here. So the dude's that's my thing. But anyways, yeah, dude, he's amazing. So let's say
that's amazing.
I know our boy Antonio over here, Bargain Deals, is upset with us. So he says you missed Bargain Deals. What's up, Bargain? Bargain is another guy, amazing whatnot seller. He's the homie.
I love him,
sure.
dude,
he's amazing. He's the dude. People always say, I have a friend that, you know, when the PS5 thing was up, you know, he was watching Bargains. It's like, what? He's like he's just getting mad at the chat the whole time. I'm like, yeah, that's why people love him. That's his thing. Yeah. That's his shtick.
It's a part of his thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's my wife said the same thing. I was like, why is he yelling at chat the whole time? I'm like, honey, that's what he does. Like, that's how he gets them, and it works. Like, I've never seen anybody just be like, I'm going to close this down if you guys don't start bidding. And then all of a sudden, the next 5 products are just bangers.
It's
I'm like,
his thing.
God.
So Chris wants to know, Billy, you can hire someone who's a smooth talker to record some of those Amazon videos.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to brand it that way, you can. And I've done that. Like, I had a guy working for me, and, you know, we were kind of co-branded side by side, because Amazon wants everything consistent. And that's the risk that you take is, you know, you get somebody, a part of your brand, you get their face on the screen, you get their face in the branding, and then they bounce, you know, they're out. So
look at him. He dropped a $2 super chat. Hey, come on, chat. Antonio, you got to drop more money than that, bro. If we're going to mention you, you're going to,
yeah, bro. Yeah, whatever, man. Like, that's not enough,
have to
bro.
Drop some more money.
Dude, the other night we were on a show. I was watching him on a show, and some guy's like, hey, run this, I don't know, I'll just say a drone or something. And he's like, no, man, you can't make a request without a tip. Like, that's the game now, is a tip. So the guy like tips him like $1. And he's like, no, $1. What do you want me to do? I mean, you know, he's like, what do you want me to do for $1? Like, I'm not doing anything for $1. So then the guy like tips him like $5 or $10. I was
y'all go follow Bargain Deals on whatnot for sure.
Yeah, if we would have done that, dude, people have been like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, we're not there. We're not there yet. We're not there. So
man.
So okay. Back to the task at hand here, Billy.
Sorry, dude. We'll get distracted.
For the people, and we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. So thank you so much. I appreciate your time. And again, for the people that are interested in what you do, Billy, being, what do you call it? Amazon marketing influence?
Amazon influencer program. That's what it's called.
Amazon influencer program. So step by step here, Billy. We got our boy Bargain Deals that wants to leave whatnot and go be an Amazon marketing influencer.
He's unqualified with those shenanigans. He's unqualified.
Well, maybe he cleaned up his act. He cleaned up his act. and he's like, I want to be an Amazon marketing influencer. What are the step-by-steps? I know that you kind of mentioned it a little earlier. So from scratch.
So go Google Amazon influencer program, because I don't have a link, and apply to be a part of the program. And once you apply, if you get accepted, I think it's a pretty quick. Here we go, super sticker. That's what we're talking about. Now I'll tell you.
My boy.
Bargain. I'll tell you now. So go apply for it. If you get approved, then curate your storefront. It's going to give you access to a storefront. You can put, like, it's basically like a little wish list setups on there. And just any option they give you to build something, just build it and flesh it all out, the branding, all that stuff, and just build your channel. And then you're going to see like a little lock on manage. When you go to manage content, there's like a backside that looks way different, or not way different, but a little bit different. And it's going to go manage content, upload videos. You're going to create 3 of those videos. Go study my videos, go find other influencers, look at their videos, look at their style, and then, create your own rendition. And my process is pretty simple. The videos, I say, we're going to take a quick look at it. I show you what comes in the box. I show you how it works and give you my thoughts about it. It's a pretty simple setup every single time. And anyway, create those 3 videos, and then you'll get approved for what's called additional placement. And then you can go ham and start uploading a ton of videos. But there's also live streams on there too. So if you want to go live, you can, get a carousel, 40 products, go live. Prime Day's coming up, so probably not going to get in and
so what
does
the live do? What does the live do?
So, man, live is similar to Whatnot, but you just talk about the product. So you'll have them in the carousel, like underneath you. You can talk about them, show features, answer any questions. And I'll say this, if people are watching you, then they can click on the product and buy it, and you get a commission. Now, before shoppable videos, that used to be like the cash register, man. Like, people would get on there and clean house. I mean, they would get on there and make tons of money. From my, conversations, that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. And I haven't went live in a really long time. So I focus on the short form shoppables. So yeah, man, live selling, shoppables, all that stuff, dude. We're living in it. We're like on the forefront of this thing.
They crazy. Say that like China, that's how they buy. That's how they consume their.
Oh, dude, they've been doing it for years. Yeah. Have you ever seen like those sales floors or streets? They have like whole streets lined like with tripods with a phone on it and just going wild with a stack of product behind them.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I know that, like, you can see that crazy. Like with the TikTok shop, how people are making videos and they're like, buy this thing that I think is cool, which is crazy.
So dude, if you have what you can, I don't know the exact program. I have a friend of mine that's in it. He makes more money off TikTok than it does his Amazon account. And he makes a ton of money off Amazon. And he is working with brands over on TikTok. So you have like Amazon's doing this. Walmart has a creator program. TikTok has a creator program. I'm sure Target's going to come out with one. Like, this is if you get in, get your feet wet, understand the game now, because dude, it's going to be everywhere. I mean, Instagram's probably going to be doing it soon. Poshmark is doing it. eBay is doing it. eBay's doing live selling now as well. So it's like, I don't know to how many categories or to what extent. But dude, this whole live selling game and shoppable content's crazy. I mean, even Facebook, I was going to post a big item on there and it's like, here, shoot a video. Like, what better way to sell a product than having the actual video, explaining what's going on with it rather than just trying to write a description. It blows my mind, man. It's cool. I like it. And I used to make fun of those people that sold like that $5 jewelry on Facebook. I'm like, it's so stupid. Now I am them. So,
hey, but that sell $5 jewelry 5,000 times.
It works, man. It does. And so I think it's a pretty crazy. And dude, the cool thing is, being a content creator, I kind of label myself as like entrepreneur first, content creator second. But you have a skill set. When you learn how to do this, when you learn how to go live, when you learn how to, do a podcast, you do a YouTube show, whatever your creative little niche is, that now becomes like an asset where you can go to another company and say, hey, let me sell your products. Let me come on your show. Let me, and I discussed this with Josh at Whatnot. Like, if I was 25 years old with no kid and no wife, I would like get on a plane, fly around the country to liquidation centers and say, hey, why don't you pay me, 5%? I'll sell through your stock for you on my Whatnot channel.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, or bin stores. Like, you can learn
I don't even know why bin
thing.
stores exist if Whatnot is a thing. I don't understand.
But dude, yeah, I don't know. I walked into a bin store the other day. There's 100 people in there, shoulder to shoulder, beating each other up over trash. Like, it was blew my mind. But
it's great. It's great. That's what I'm saying. Crazy. Like, I can sell at least make. Yeah, I don't know.
So some people don't like shopping online. They like to hunt. Whatever. True. That's the same rate. Like, garage sales are always going to be a thing. So. But yeah, dude, you can see I've done videos about everything.
I'm looking through them and I'm like, this is amazing. So again, guys, if you want to try this out, if anything, just follow Billy on Instagram. If you have any questions, I'm sure Billy can answer them to the best of his ability. And I'm sure there's videos on YouTube on how to do this. So you get paid directly from Amazon?
I get paid. Okay. So I get paid directly from the brand first. So basically they'll reach out. Can you make a video of this stand? Absolutely. Send it to me. They send it to me. I make the video. I send them the link to the video that's posted on my account, and they pay me. And then that video gets placed, hopefully, on those carousels like this one here. Mm-hmm. And then when people watch my video and buy, I get paid another small commission off of it. So yeah, it adds up. So you do that 2,000 times, and it adds up. So yeah, it's a just that one stream of revenue is a salary. It's a salary off of there, and it's crazy. And there's other strategies too. Like that's awesome. I get so many of those.
The Blackstone. Oh, it's the silicone. Oh,
it's a silicone cover. Yeah, gotcha. For like dust and bugs and rats or whatever crawl on it. I don't know. Well, dude, and here's the funny part. Like, my wife and I wanted the Blackstone griddle. So I make purchases different now because I'm like, oh, the Blackstone, I'll go buy the Blackstone. Who cares if we pay $180 for it? I went, I got it, I put it together, I made a video, I paid it off from my Amazon commissions from that one video in a month. It was yeah. So as long as I don't buy anything now unless it's sold on Amazon, or try not to anyway.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Pinnacle AI is coming on saying, hey, good to see you, Pinnacle AI.
Yo, what's up, man? That guy. Okay, so Pinnacle AI, I'm going to shout him out real quick because he is like a CRM, like software. They do. I haven't even demoed their stuff, but I met him on Clubhouse, and man, I probably need to hook up with him actually because there's some stuff I didn't get done. So yeah, e-commerce coming next, proposals, estimates. Yeah, dude, they do everything. Super smart guy.
That's crazy.
Super smart guy.
You need to hook me up with some of these people, man.
Yeah, man. It's been a lot of fun, dude. Clubhouse was a gym, dude. I met a ton of amazing people. this whole business exists because of Clubhouse. Look at that
potty situation right here.
Yeah, little poop stool, bro. Yeah, who's gonna buy that?
How did you review this?
I think I just took it in the bathroom and like showed it sliding up against the toilet. Yeah, and then I got the perspective of like the shot down on it or whatever. So, yeah. Anyway.
Ooh,
there you go. There's my little feet. Yeah.
That's extra.
That's on onlytoes.com.
That's right. Only Toes. That's right. So Billy, thank you so much for coming on. We've learned a lot, and I feel like we still need to learn some more. So
yeah, man.
Oh, I'm the other side of Murfreesboro. Oh, heck yeah. That's awesome. We definitely need to meet up, have coffee or something. That would be great. Yeah, Murfreesboro.
Oh, now I'm jealous, man. Nashville's like one of my favorite places, dude. I love it. My wife and I almost moved there before we moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, dude. I almost moved to I wish I would have.
It's a different price difference for sure ever since 2020. It's unlivable here now, man.
Yeah, I guess actually these guys own a booking agency there in town, friends of mine. So
what kind of booking agency?
Christian bands, like all kinds of, I guess all sizes,
like booking, like
like band booking, like getting them gigs.
Gotcha. I'm thinking like books. There you go, Commonwealth Pickers in the building. He says, "Great show tonight. Good to see you, Kevin. Glad that you can make it."
I love Kevin's channel. That's so cool. He's here.
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
Oh, good old Kevin. So.
Yeah, I always see those eBay, like, is eBay done, or I don't know, like he always like freaks me out with those titles, It's
he's the master of clickbait for sure. So, but That's what gets clicks. So,
dude,
do you
it
have
works
anything
every
on,
time.
Do you have a YouTube? Do you put all these videos on YouTube? Like, what are we talking about here?
Man, I need to. I got so much work I need to do. Right? It's like I'm such a one track mind. I'm like, dude, if I can just pump videos all day, it's all I'm trying to do. But I have so many to repurpose. And sometimes on YouTube, like I'll go, like I do have Dillbilly. I think it's Dillbilly, like on YouTube. And sometimes early in the morning, I will come in here and unbox stuff I'm getting from Amazon sellers and just like talk about.
What about the videos that
whatever.
you've done already on your Amazon?
Dude, I haven't posted them. It sounds ridiculous.
Do you have them saved? Do you have them?
Oh yeah, I got a Dropbox smacked full of videos.
Okay.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, so if anybody is out there, if you're like bored and you want to price me per video to upload,
I'll do it, Billy. I'll do it for you,
and
Billy.
everything.
I'll do it.
Yeah, right, dude. You got like a full-time job. You got like this gig. You do
It's
like
fine.
9 things.
It's fine. We'll figure
your wife,
it out.
No, your wife is gonna come in there and stab you in the back of the head.
She will murder me, unless the payment is good, and then she's like, okay, we can go on vacation with that. That's
dude,
fine.
we're talking about. We're not. I'm not. No, the payment will not be good. I'd be like,
okay,
bro,
then yeah, she'll be mad at me.
I'll drop you a Mr. Beast burger or something in the mail. Like I don't know.
There you go. Chris at Peak with a $1.99 sticker. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate that. So the other side of Murfreesboro is a little cheaper than Nashville. Yes, for sure. For sure. So
That's
Chris
awesome,
also says, thank you so much for the insight, fascinating stuff. Chris, I'm telling you, man, you would be the perfect person to do this. So he has a very like teachable voice and attitude. So shout out to Chris. And learn to play the guitar like Joe. So there you go. What is Bargain Deal saying over here? Y'all need a 3-way next time with me, and I'll teach y'all. Let's do it, baby. I'm here. Let's do a Zoom call soon.
Let's go.
Yeah. I have a Virginia team now as well. Let's talk. Okay, nice.
Oh, VA. He might be talking about a virtual assistant team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna need some of those too. Great show, guys. Thank you all so much for the info. Yes, thank you so much, Billy. Anything else for the people before we get out of here?
That's it, man. I mean, just go out there and try it. You never know until you try. So, my life is totally different than it was 2 years ago, but I didn't know until I hit record.
2 years ago, you were think about that, like stressed out to the max about your t-shirt business, and now you're high on the hog, baby.
Well, I don't know about. I'm on the hog. He's a short hog, but we're hope he grows.
There you go. Well, guys, remember, I'm going to put all of Billy's information down in the description below. I'll make sure this video gets put out into the regular video thing tomorrow on YouTube. Put all his information in the description. Make shorts, all that good stuff. And guys, I'm doing Billy with, not that I'm already busy enough, but I'm doing Vlogtober where I'm putting out a video each and every day in the month of October.
I saw that, man.
It is intense. So, yeah.
That's
so if you want to come
man.
support your boy, watch my hilarious videos. Like I just did one with Nicolas Cage not too long ago. So watch that.
I'm going to go check that out.
So, there you go. So guys, thank you all so much. And like always, my name is Ray. I'm trying to point at you, Billy. It's not.
My name's Billy.
There you go. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. See y'all and God bless.